Mortgage is Jennifer Smetters from the law offices of Jennifer Smetters. Welcome to Gerard McClendon Live, Jennifer.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Jennifer, you know what? I'm so glad that you joined us today because there's people out there wondering, what they should do. Let me give you a scenario here. If we have, in these tough economic times, if we have a family that's on the verge of divorce, but they can't sell their house, Jennifer, as a lawyer, what advice do you give? What can they do?
Well, really, they can still go forward with the divorce. You just have to be aware of what your options are as you proceed with the divorce. It's not always on the timeline that husband and wife would like it to proceed, but a divorce can proceed and actually be finalized while the house is still in the spouse's names.
Yeah, now, that raises another question. Who actually owns the house in a divorce? Is it, is it joint ownership? What if only one person's name is on the house? I mean, how does this work?
Generally speaking, during a divorce, it's considered marital property until the judgment for dissolution is entered. And then there is an owner of the property.
Jennifer, 630-575-TALK is the number. If you've got questions for attorney Jennifer Smetters, please give us a call, 630-575-TALK. You may be going through a divorce right now and you need to know what to do. Jennifer, who lives in the house during this process? I mean, you may have a husband and wife that can't stand each other and they've got children. Somebody may need to leave. I mean, what happens?
Well, either the parties come to an agreement themselves with the help of their attorneys sometimes, or else the judge will actually make a decision as to who stays in the home. And the judge will take into consideration factors like, are the children living there, and make the best decision, and it's usually in the best interest of the children, before the judgment for dissolution is entered.
Now, Jennifer, I understand that your particular office has several types of practices. You've got family law, child support, children's rights, and prenuptial agreements. You know what? Let's look at housing. What are some solutions to the housing? Now, you just mentioned that there has to be an agreement that the couple would have to come up with, but what would be your suggestion? That the man just leave and get an apartment for a while, that the woman stay there with the children, or that the woman leave and go stay with her mom? What's your suggestion?
Well, usually it's on a case-by-case basis. If the family is having difficulty living together as a family unit while the divorce is pending, it's always better to have one of the spouses leave.
Yes.
You never want a domestic violence situation. Quality of life still is very important while the proceedings are going on.
Yes, Jennifer, I'm glad you brought up quality of life and social justice, because that's really the thing that trumps everything. Jennifer, I'm going to take a phone call. I've got Willie on the line. Willie, thank you for calling Gerard McClendon Live. What is your question or comment?
Thank you for answering. Actually, I've got a question I was with a woman for 24 years. We were never actually married. We bought a 2-flat. She's still living there. We've got 3 kids together. Does that make it, I know in Illinois there's no common law, so does that make it a partnership then, because we were never actually married?
Willie, great question.
It is, and what's interesting in Illinois is the last statistic from last year, actually, families like this in which the father and mother are not married are increasing every year, and it's up to about 30% right now. So your situation, you are not alone.
Yeah.
In this type of situation, what you're looking for is, yes, you are joint tenants probably in this home. You own the home commonly. The child support is a separate issue that would be dealt with in parentage court.
Yeah, you know what, Jennifer, I'm glad you clarified that, because sometimes I think people think I can go to a lawyer, we can lump all of this stuff together, and then it's over. It's not that easy. I'm going to go to Steve. Steve, thank you for calling Gerard McClendon Live. What's your question or comment? Yes, Steve, you're on the line. Steve, you're on the line.
No, this is really,
okay.
Can I get disconnected?
Okay, we're going to keep moving. Jennifer, question, divorce lawyers,
Yes.
People say, I can't quite do it, they're too expensive. Talk to me about the expenses of a divorce lawyer.
It's really case by case. The question is first of all, if the husband and wife are more agreeable as to where they see their family going, if they have children or if they have property, the costs are always going to be less. If you're walking in with a common understanding, at least in part, it leaves less for the attorneys to do.
Yes, Monique, I'm going to take your phone call. Monique, you're on Gerard McClendon Live. What's your question or comment?
Hi, I want to know, I'm currently married. We purchased a home prior to our marriage. We're actually married now, and it's a joint account. We both have both of the houses in both of our names.
Okay.
I want to know if me and my husband go through the divorce, I'm not financially stable to pay the finances, pay the mortgage, as well as the bills and things like that. Would it be possible do a judge ever order, like if I wanted to stay in the home, would they order him to continue paying the mortgage since he's been paying it since while we were there?
Wow, Monique, thank you for your call. Jennifer, quickly, can you answer that question?
Yes, generally speaking, during a divorce, you can get interim relief, whether it be for marital expenses, which could include the mortgage, as well as interim relief on spousal support, formerly known as alimony.
Thank you. And still to come on today's show,